Okay, now it's time to talk about the cartwheel. Now I'm not going to show you how to do a cartwheel as you would for tumbling. I'm going to show you how to do one in order to bail a handstand. Because it doesn't have to be perfect in form, it just has to function well enough so you can get out of it safely. First thing you're going to have to practice when getting this drill down is learning how to jump up off one leg and then landing on the other, doing this scissoring motion. And what that looks like is that if I kick one leg up, I switch legs and put the other leg down. So you're learning how to reach for the ground and come down softly from one leg to the other. So we really have to make sure that there's a nice switching motion going on, and you're really trying to access that splitting motion from one leg to the other. That's the first thing you have to think about. The second thing is learning how to do that from one side to the other, which I call tick-tocks. And so from here, if I'm up on one side, I would be jumping up and then traveling from one side to the other. I'm trying to do a little bit of a straddle here in the middle. It's okay if you don't have a great split. You don't have to have a great split to do that. As you can see, going side to side, okay, it's a little bit different, but you really want to get that one side to the other, and you want to try and keep your arms as straight as possible with that. Because that's the cartwheeling motion we're trying to get you to do. And why is that? Because when you go into your handstand, if you happen to mess up, you want to be able to cartwheel out of it immediately and safely. That's one of the reasons why I recommend being able to do the handstand walks in place, because you're going to need to know how to do that safely and very easily to be able to get out of a handstand doing a cartwheel. Now this is how you can use a wall to kind of help you understand how that works too. There's two ways. The first way is going back to the wall. So if I go back to wall and tap into it like that, from here I would step with one hand, so I'm going to do a little handstand walk. I turn the hand and then I split down away from it. So what's happening is that I turn one hand and then that's the direction I'm going to step down. So whatever hand turns, that's the leg that comes down. It splits down. You got to turn your whole body too. You have to turn your hips, everything at the same time. And that usually does happen on its own. The other one, stomach to wall, if I go to the wall with my stomach, same thing happens. One hand steps, that foot comes down. So you can see how this works. And then I can use the wall to push away, turn myself around, and cartwheel away from it. And that looks like this. If I'm here, okay, I let my leg come over, and then I shift my hand, I can come away from the wall and learn how to do it that way safely. So from here, coming down to the side. So we're just constantly drilling that so we know how to get out of our handstand safely. Let's move on.